This is your favorite curator, the digital collectible curator. And folks, like we have like some breaking news. Actually, two things I want to share with you guys. First off, if not the most notorious person within crypto, CZ is, I mean, like he's bullish on NFTs. Who would have thought that, right? Rumor has it like CZ, longtime friend, has been like tuning into like the NFT Cat show anyways. Well, I like to call him Big Dog, right? So Big Dog actually has been mentioning like earlier how he's been like bullish on NFTs. And I got proof for you on that one. So I will comment on CZ being bullish on NFTs, and also Famous Foxes has been absolutely killing it. In the past few months, they've gained more than 150%, 181% like in price action, right? So we'll go through it. I'm going to give you my response, my reaction to the news, and let's go from there. Boom. So Binance founder CZ predicts strong NFT comeback in an April 9, 2026 interview with TBPN Live. Binance founder Zhangpeng Zhao forecasted that tokenization art through NFTs will return bigger than before, possibly as a NFT with improved infrastructure. He made comments during a prolonged NFT downturn. Anyways, like I'm not gonna like read everything out for you guys. Like my boy has been bullish. What else do you want me to say, right? Like again, we go way back. We've had like these kind of conversations for like the longest time. See,
how are you thinking about any?
Just take it away. Just take it away. Let's go.
Of the previous crypto booms or narratives or themes coming back, things like NFTs or crypto gaming. Are you optimistic on any projects, DAOs that had their moment in the sun and didn't quite reach escape velocity? Do you think anything will have a second wind in the near future?
I do think so. I think many things will have a second wind, but the second wind will most likely be a little bit different, right?
Sorry, what did you say, CC?
I do think so. I think many things will have a second.
What?
In the near future.
I do think so. I think many things will have a second wind, but the second wind will most likely be a little bit different, right? There'll be something that's, like even prediction markets today, they're different from the sort of prediction markets 4 or 5 years ago. So every iteration, there will be some tweak. And it's usually that little tweak that makes it a little bit different, and maybe the micro environment. So I do think that some of the things that that were there, like I think DAOs will not disappear. I think DAOs haven't really took off, to be honest. The concept being there for years. It's like even in the 2010s, video streaming doesn't really work, right? Like this type of, even today, this type of calls, sometimes internet doesn't work, sometimes the microphone doesn't work, right? So we get into those situations.
I mean, like, I hate to spoil the fun. We don't really care about DAOs too much in this interview, other than like when we're talking sub DAOs within like NFT communities. But like, he cannot be like too bullish on NFT. Like, give him a break, folks. Like, bear with me.
Situations a lot. So a lot of things take a lot of time to mature. So I think the DAOs, the NFTs, again, the next iteration may be slightly different, but
slightly different, like digital collectibles. I don't know, maybe, right? Like, what are we thinking, chat?
You may still be called NFTs or NFT2. You may be a different name.
Digital collectibles again?
But I think tokenizing art is probably going to come back at some point, multiple times.
Yeah, this is what we've been seeing, right? And we're seeing it happen right in front of our eyes to begin with, right? Like, speculators are leaving, collectors are stepping in, right? And who knows, we might actually get more infrastructure like as we go. But we've been seeing it for like the longest time now. Digital art is here to stay, right? There's a few advantages to actually having art locked on the blockchain, right?
I don't know when it will really hit big and stay. NFTs, I think honestly, we saw a rise and then a downward trend. So it's hard to say, but I think all of those things eventually should be much bigger than they were today.
Wait, what did you say, CZ?
The previous.
It's hard to say, but I think all of those things eventually should be much bigger than they were today.
How are you?
Does that mean you are all-time highs? I mean, like, don't take my word for it, right? Folks, like, honestly speaking, like, who am I to, like, yap on these things? This is, like, whatever, like, the founder and owner of Binance is saying. I don't know, like, I kind of feel like I've been preaching to the choir, CZ. Like, allegedly, the guy's been tuning into, like, the NFT Cat show for, like, many times. Again, like, I appreciate, like, the his thoughts. Again, like, I'd like to call him Big Dog. But it's quite interesting, all jokes aside, to see that, like, if not, like, one of, like, the decision makers within the space is so bullish on NFTs, right? When everyone and their mom really is not. Anyways, that's enough for now. On to the next subject. Famous foxes, right? Famous foxes have been killing it. It has not been like too long ago to where I had SoulQuicks on in an interview where we basically discussed like why and famous foxes are doing so well. It should be noted that we're not seeing too much enthusiasm, euphoria, whatever you want to call it, on the timeline just here. It's interesting, right? Because if you're just looking at the facts from the lowly, famous foxes have touched pretty much 2 Solana, and right now we are trading, I know it says like 5.46, but realistically, like the prices are 5.8 Solana, meaning that there's been like a price appreciation of over 180%, which is just nuts, right? Again, no one is talking about these things. So I believe it is my duty to inform you guys, because fact is, I think we should be more excited about these things to begin with. And also, this is something I just shared this on Twitter. This is a little bit of alpha I would like to share with you guys as well. It's just like, if we're looking at like these kind of patterns, and I am just observing, folks, like feel free to disagree with me. Again, like I'm not a financial advisor. I am a NFT cat, right? So do with that what you will. But if you're just looking at this, I find it like very interesting that these patterns seem to be like quite frequent within like the NFT scene right now. Bear with me. So I made a post on Twitter earlier today. Famous foxes ran over 150%. DGOTs and Ute seem to be following the exact same pattern right here, right now. Overlaid the charts, both are almost identical. Obviously pre-pump, right? This could be the next big move, or nothing. What do you think? So let's get to the gist of it. So if we're looking at like famous foxes chart right here at the bottom, it's very clearly that we see some kind of a falling wedge formation where it broke out, retested, and afterwards shoot up. If you're looking at both Utes, and DGOTs, what you can see very clearly is that they just broke out, and who knows, they might shoot up, they might not, but structurally, to me, it really looks the same. Now, I cannot just like present you guys this. I did like a proper overlay as well, right? So first of all, if we're looking at DGOTs, to me, like this looks just so similar, right? And often history does not repeat itself, but it does rhyme. So you tell me what that means. All I'm seeing though is that we've broken out of a falling wedge, and a formation which occurred not too long ago kept on like building upon the bullish momentum. Same for Utes, right? Again, folks, I am merely just observing things. I am merely just like observing the fact that there's some technical patterns and within the same industry, and they look very much alike. And who is to say, right? Let's see what's gonna happen. But like with CZ turning bullish on NFTs, with Ethereum NFTs doing fairly well right here, right now, with famous foxes appreciating over 150% in the past few months, who knows? This might be the time, folks. Let's see. That's all for now. I'm purring out. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you guys think on famous foxes CZ, and like especially let me know if there are any similar patterns to what we've seen with famous foxes we see in like the rest of the market right here, right now. I'm purring out. On to the next one, and bye-bye.